one of the major reasons for divorces as touching relationship, emotions, come from the fact that people jump into marriage based on the feelings they have for others. Because the love before marriage is largely emotional. There are many reasons for divorce. Financial issues, plagues, so many things. And we will deal with that when we are dealing with crisis and crisis resolution. But it's important for you to know that the institution you are entering into does not have regard for the feeling you have before you enter. And I will tell you why. The reason is because a spirit does not become part of a relationship on the strength of emotion. A spirit becomes part of a relationship only on the strength of covenant. And even the institutions of the world know better. No court will ask you whether you love the person. The father of the lady will not ask you whether you love her. Because they know that when the agreement is knotted, even if it's 1 second after the agreement, if you don't love the person again, it's not enough reason for you to come out. And because your lack of emotions or feelings does not give you the right to come out, it is not a requisite for entering. The only basis where love could be a prerequisite for marriage would have been that if you enter and you don't love anymore, you are able to come out. But to show you the level of disregard that spirits allocate to human feeling because of the uncertainty that is with men, they never consider love as a factor before you enter. Rather, the moment you step in, you will now meet another kind of love. The love that motivates people into marriage, those who enter because of feelings, are largely emotional. But the love God commands in marriage is not emotional at all. It's responsibility. Now, while you are operating in the God kind of love, you will now begin to learn to add flavor. But what God is checking has nothing to do with your emotions. It is now your responsibility to cultivate emotion. And as I show you how God leads men to marriage, you will discover that God will not consult with your feeling. For those of you who are spiritual, you know what I'm saying. You can even be in one relationship and God will come and say, he's not the one. And he will not explain. And then while you are focusing on another one, God can come and say, it's another person. And when you check the person, all the specs that you idolized in your soul will not be there. The reason is because the emotional love that leads men to marriage are born out of the specifications that society indoctrinated us with. You know, society teaches you how to build feelings. The reason most men are gymming is not because they love exercise. It's because women love six-pack. And that's what society taught them. That if you don't have six-pack, you are not handsome. And so when they build the six-pack and it's not showing in their tight clothes, they will go and trim the cloth and make it tighter. If it's not working, they will tear the cloth and walk like this. Because society is now teaching people what love is and conditioning their emotion. And then when you see ladies, society taught them is the length of their nails, the glow of their complexion that defines love. And so women run helter-skelter to make sure all of those things are in place. They show them is the size of their breast and the size of their buttocks. So now, if you don't have enough, it's either you go and meet a plastic surgeon to inflate it, or you buy materials to pad up. And that's what people are doing now to get into marriage. Because the feelings are manipulated. And so God knows that such things are not reliable. Because the moment you marry, one of the things that will happen is that you will become naked. And so all the things you created artificially by society, it will be unveiled. So in order for you not to enter and discover something strange, God is telling you ahead of time, look for things that cannot be manipulated. So when I tell you, you don't marry who you love, it's not my position. It's the position of the Bible. The Bible says, love who you marry. Because love is a commandment. Love is a responsibility. And as you begin to grow in that responsibility, you will discover that emotion will come naturally. But this kind of emotion will be pure. It will not be the kind of emotion that is manipulated by society. It will be an emotion that is born because you are beginning to fulfill purpose together. You will now discover you love your wife regardless of her complexion. You will discover you love your wife regardless of her height. You will discover you love your wife regardless of what she looks like. Because the hidden man of the heart, which is the original man, is beginning to appear. I show you two scriptures. And this is what you will find in the whole of the Bible.